If you do so, you're going to need some sunglasses. Speaking of sunglasses, this guy always has sunglasses, whether he's inside or out. That's because he's just so cool. I'm referring to none other than the media prince joining us right here on the Fox 5 Live Zone. Always good to see you, sir.
It's good to be seen. I'm live in the zone.
Live in the zone in a rather unusual way because, well, let's just say you are unusual in the good way. Hey, we're talking celebrity gossip, and we got so much to cover today. I want to jump in first and foremost with what's going on down in Atlanta. And of course, if we're talking about Atlanta, 9 times out of 10, media prince, you already know what I'm referring
It's
to.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's Porsha.
You hit the nail right on the head. Of course, we're talking about Porsha. Now, she and her soon to be ex hubby, yeah, let's just say they're having some major issues. Yesterday, she actually posted a cryptic message, actually saying something to the extent of, well, if you keep telling your lies, I will start speaking my truth. To which he responded, can't wait. Yeah, what's going on with this?
Let's just say this is the mess we want. I cannot wait till the season comes out because Porsha is already the star. And what's so crazy is just how we were just seeing her just praise him that she was so instantaneously out there saying that Porsha Gambadia is the one that's joining Real Housewives of Atlanta, not Porsha Williams. And then once we learned that he was the let's just say he was the prince of scamming. And soon after that, we found out that they're getting a divorce. And it just gets messier and messier and messier. Today, he actually posted that he actually may be dating a fitness trainer.
Oh my
They have been
gosh.
linking them together because she's been posing in front of this so called Rolls Royce that looks identical to his. So it seems like my brother is moving on to his next project already. And it's just like, goodness gracious, what else can unfold from these two? And it just keeps getting messier. And we, the people, are here for the mess.
I just wanted to, I concur on that, sir. I believe the same thing as well. If it's messy and if it's juicy, as we like to say, yeah, we're here for it because we want to see something like that. I'm curious, and you just made mention of him actually possibly dating another woman already. You really think that's real, or do you think that's the whole jealousy card? Hey, I'm trying to make you jealous.
I mean, at this point, learning what his history is and his mission here in America, this might be right up Simon's alley. Allegedly, this is what they're saying on the streets, but it seems like these streets may know exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah, I love being here in Washington, D.C. There's no place like home, but I got to tell you, there's no place like Atlanta as well because, boy, a lot of drama always surrounding that city. So, anyway, we'll move on to one of the other big topics that a lot of people are talking about the dating world. It seems like every time that's all we talk about is who's dating who. In this case, you already know I'm referring to none other than Kim K and Odell Beckham Jr. Now, I got a chance to watch the Oscars. This year, I didn't happen to be in L.A., I was based right here in D.C., had to do this show. Last year, I was in LA, attended a couple of, let's say, Oscar after parties. You never know who's going to show up. In this case, Kim K and Odell Beckham Jr. showed up, but not just to any party. Jay-Z's party got that. What are you hearing about that?
They have been swirling around that these two may have been dating for over a year. I don't know exactly what the relationship between him and Kanye or even him and Drake, because the rumors were she dated Drake at one time. I just think if you are an athlete and you are on the rise, look out because the Kardashians are coming. Seems like they may have something more serious than we think. We keep seeing them everywhere. We just saw them intimately going out to eat, and she looked like she wasn't dressed up as Kim K. She looked like she was just a mom, just running to the store. She ain't put on no hair or makeup. So if a man is seeing with you in that phase, he must like you, and you guys must be dating because you were not in your Kim K gear. But it seems like we may be on to saying maybe more appearances in the reality show now. So maybe Odell Beckham would be the new boy toy on town for her, and we'll see how serious it gets because Kim right now is just outside.
Yeah, living her best life, as they like to say. I'm curious if he's actually
Yes.
going to take part in the whole reality TV thing. I mean, it's no secret he is not a stranger to attention and/or possibly wanting attention. But to see him linked with her, not surprised. I mean, it's a little bit different than, let's say, Taylor Swift and her, as you would call it, boy toy.
Right. I can honestly say people aren't going to show up to the games just because Kim's there.
Well, speak for yourself, sir. I'm not sure about that. Last but not least, when we're talking about celebrity gossip, this is kind of cool as well. You heard me make mention of Beyonce and Jay-Z earlier about them attending his actual Oscar party. Well, we know that Beyonce is about to release an album, a country album at that, and well, now Dolly Parton is getting involved, saying, you know what, she may have redone one of my songs. What's that all about?
Well, she was asked a few weeks ago what would be one song she wished, because they were talking about in essence of all the songs that she's created that have been remade. Of course, we know "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston took her song and took it to whole new heights. She said she was hoping for this same thing to happen with Jolene, and she wanted the queen of music, Beyonce. And it's been closed shut tight. We haven't heard anything, any leaks about this new album that's coming out in just about 2 weeks, March 29th to be exact. And Dolly Parton has been throwing it out there like, please, lady, please, I'll lay down on the ground. Just record this song, please. And now that she's giving us hints, we're kind of excited to see exactly what Beyonce would take Jolene. The last person we got to hear like take it somewhere was Miley Cyrus. But again, we're talking Miley Cyrus versus Beyonce. I'm really excited to see what Beyonce would do with it. But I will also be disappointed if we get the album and it's not on there, because then it's going to be like, well, Dolly, what were you talking about there, lady?
Well, when Dolly speaks, we all listen. I got to tell you, quite honestly, and I'm not embarrassed to say, I'm really excited about this album. I mean, anything that Beyonce does, I think we're all looking forward to it. I want to see how far she can go, push the edge, if you will, with regard to a whole new genre. Can she do it? I think so. The question is, how good will she do it? How good will that album be? Are you looking forward to it?
I am looking forward to it. I think Beyonce is one of those artists that could just defy the arts and break barriers and just try new things and clearly go to number one, because Texas Hold'em went to number one and she became the first Black country artist to do that, like with a country song. So I'm excited to see what this new sound entails and just how much more will she bring us into the country realm, because as close as I got to it was Old Town Road.
Well, when it comes to number one, you're always number one in our book. Of course, I'm referring to the Media Prince joining us right here on the Fox 5 Live Zone. Always good to see you, sir. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I told you he's cool. Speaking of cool,